Yeah.
All right, guys, we're here in Montreal, Quebec. I'm here with the legend, Aiemann Zahabi.
Great to meet you.
UFC 315, sir. Just 6 days away now. The biggest fight of your career. You're fighting a legend like Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
What does this fight mean for you, sir?
Oh, it's good. It's a good way to launch my career even more into the mainstream. You know, Jose Aldo's a global superstar, and by beating him, you know, people who've never heard of me are really going to get to know my name.
And how close do you think, sir, this win will put you towards the top 10 in the UFC? And of course, you know, inching your way towards that bantamweight title shot.
Yeah. I definitely think this one helps me crack the top 10. And then I think I'm only a couple of fights away from the title after that. Maybe after beating Aldo, they'll give me someone between 1 and 9. And then you never know if you get called up for the title fight after that.
And sir, how amazing is it to see all of these Canadian guys, you know, being successful like yourself, you know, also your teammates like Luis Sanudakis, you know, also we hear that, you know, Mandel Nalo, Red Garbage, he might get a chance to face Benoit Saint-Denis.
Yeah.
And of course another Canadian bantamweight is Seri City. How amazing is it that all of you guys are doing so well? Of course also a guy like Mike Malott as well.
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, Canada, we had one night where seven of our guys lost in Toronto last year, but we've really turned it around since then. You know, the Canadian guys are starting to win again. And obviously the girls, Jillian Robinson, she's doing great, and then like many other fighters are doing super well, and we've turned the tide now. You know, we had like a little bit of a losing streak, but now we've really turned it around. So I'm proud of all the guys. I'm hoping Mandel Nalo and Luis Sanudakis make it into the UFC this year. So guys, make sure you support them.
And sir, a couple last questions here for you. Which top 10 UFC bantamweights would you love to face? Perhaps, you know, the champion is Merab Dvalishvili. Face a guy like Sean O'Malley. Which fight really excites you, sir?
Well, obviously I would love to fight either one of those guys if they win the belt, because they're fighting soon. And anybody in the top 10, you know, I just want to keep moving forward. Like beating Aldo, I don't want to fight somebody behind me. Now, if I win this fight, I'm going to have 6 in a row. So I want to just keep moving forward. So really anybody in the top 10 would be perfect.
And sir, 2 last questions here for you. When you step into that cage, you know, UFC 315, the biggest night of your career, what will that moment mean for you? You know, how are you gonna, you know, deal with all the adversity and, you know, just to push forward, you know, never quit, and, you know, it's like a do or die for you, you know, kill or be killed. What is that moment just gonna feel like? With all that, of course, also the home crowd.
No, it's gonna be incredible. You know, I'm hoping they welcome me like the other Canadian cities, especially since I'm from here, you know, and I trained so hard for this camp that there's nothing else but to fight with my whole heart. So I'm not going to hold back whatsoever this fight. It's going to be my best performance in my life. I'm going to put it on for myself, and I'm going to try to do my best. I'm going to give you guys 100% of Aiemann Zahabi this Saturday, May 10th.
And sir, my last question is, I gave you a head from Kyrgyzstan. I just actually flew in from Kyrgyzstan today. Could we get a message for all the fans in Central Asia, countries like Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Russia, and for everyone, you know, supporting you all the way on the other side of the world?
Well, to all the people in Kyrgyzstan, thank you so much. I really appreciate the hat, and I love you guys, and I hope you guys can come out more to the West. You know, come to North America and visit us anytime you can. If any of you want to come train at TriStar, let me know. I'll hook you guys up with 1 free week.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a huge honor to talk to you, and I know that you'll get that W.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.